Welcome to week 4 of Music, Arts, and Drama Camp in the Wilderness. The prophet's message of hope became a message of going home. King Cyrus of Persia came to power and captured Babylon. Babylon, whose mighty armies had destroyed Jerusalem, was now destroyed. And King Cyrus began to let some of the exiles go home. But it would be a long, hard journey across the desert. Now we know the desert is a dangerous place. People do not go there unless they have to. During the day, the sun is hot. It can burn your skin. At night, it is cold. The wind blows. And it doesn't rain much there, so there's hardly anything to eat or drink. There are no trees to give shade along the way. Still, some of the exiles went back with Ezra. And when they got back, they began to rebuild the temple. Later, more exiles were allowed to return, and they went with the prophet Nehemiah. And slowly they began to build the walls around the city. Now, not all the exiles went back. They had lived in Babylon a long time, and they had families there. They had good work to do. And now they knew that God was with them there. They did not have to live in Jerusalem to worship God. Still, it was a terrible thing, the exile. Very sad. You know, it's really sad when you have to leave your home and everything you knew, everything that was familiar, and be marched across the desert to a strange land. The people still worked on learning about God. And they began to realize that God was everywhere, and so they could live anywhere. And God was with them. As long as they were together in some way, praying and singing the songs and reading the scriptures, the Torah, and telling the stories, they were Jews. And this is one of the reasons that Judaism spread into many parts of the world. Now, the prophet Isaiah says that when the exiles come home, there will be so much joy that all of creation will blossom, even in the desert. The trees will clap their hands. But the people were not just going back home. The people are now called to be a light to the nations, so that God's salvation can spread throughout the earth. What did that mean? So, I'm wonder what new thing God is doing with us in this crazy time and place we find ourselves. God is preparing the journey. As the prophet Isaiah tells us, God will make a path in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. I wonder what that will be for us. Now, that is the end of our time together. But this week, I hope you will do some of the activities that are on our webpage or in the packet you picked up, and you can keep doing those. You can go back and look at the videos, you can keep singing the songs, and you can keep doing the activities. But one thing I hope you will do this week is paint your rock and bring your rock up to your church so that we will always remember where we've come from. It will also help us remember that God is with us everywhere. So go in peace.